There we go. Recording in progress and make sure that this is going on.
If you don't talk, the owl won't come after you. Oh, we don't call that one an owl.
It's the
That's
toucan.
the toucan.
Toucan. The toucan is staring straight at me.
Yes, Isabel.
Right. That should be letting you know that I'm there.
You see a Terry Baskin?
Participant. Yeah, you're there.
Mhm.
But I'm going to admit you actually weren't admitted. You were sitting in the waiting. There you go. All right. I don't want to see.
We're still too, waiting. Do you have to admit it?
I had to admit everyone.
Oh, we have other people? We don't. You don't? Oh, good. I don't.
Hi.
Isabel, waiting for you?
That is a problem.
About
Does anybody want a virtual seltzer?
Yeah.
You can almost taste the fizz. Thanks, Gabrielle. I've been working on my wine.
Surprised. Don't sound so surprised.
These meetings more spectacular. Let me know how I'm doing. I'd like feedback. I want 5-star reviews. Yeah, I have to keep all night long trying to get these little jokes done. So
You already got the first joke of the night with your Harry Potter.
yeah,
Pun.
good.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
First one.
like no.
It's just the first one. You broke
Yes, I don't
the
know.
ice.
Yes, I tried. Review.
Okay, it's now 7:04. And it looks like now Joan's laptop wants to join. So Joan's laptop. But here we go. Hi, Joan.
Hi.
So we'll get started. Welcome. This is the public meeting of the Putnam Valley Library Board of Trustees of October 20th. At this point, open it up for public comment in person or via email previously sent on agenda items only. Okay. We move on to, can I get a resolution to approve the September 15th, 2025 meeting minutes?
I so move.
A second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Fantastic. Presentations, we have none, so move quickly. Friends of the Library report. Michael's not here.
Supposed to introduce ourselves?
Do you want to introduce yourself?
No. We did it.
Yeah, I forgot. No,
Okay.
we want to? We can.
Yes. Hi, I'm Amina, Director of the Putnam Valley Library.
Okay, Jody, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Jody Carlson. Board Trustee.
Hi, Gabrielle Poser Finkel, Board Trustee.
Hello, Ginger LaFerci, Board Trustee.
Leslie Martin, Treasurer.
So for our president of the board,
Marilyn Power, Trustee.
Liz Bross, Trustee.
Terry Raskin, Board Secretary.
Jackie Hoiskin, Business Manager.
Oh, I was first.
doesn't.
Oh, doesn't move? Oh, the owl.
Okay.
So thanks. So Michael is not here, but he did send me a small report to read. So if that's okay, I can read it.
Sure.
It's kind of, he basically was saying that he apologizes. He's working in Manhattan and can't make it in. So he just wanted to let us know he's purchased the new supply of American Museum of Natural History passes, which are pretty popular. He's also, we got those in the mail. We did not get the Intrepid Pass renewal yet, but he's trying to get that figured out. He's going to be buying pumpkins as he does every October for the children's. They do a painting class, which is in about a week and a half. So we're going to get the exact number to him, but I think it's going to be at least 65. So he also set up this wonderful murder mystery dinner, as you all know. He wants to let you know ticket sales are steady. Yeah, so he did ask if anyone is willing to volunteer. He needs a little bit of help with kind of the transition from dinner to dessert and coffee and tea. He's worried about how that will happen because he and his wife and probably me are going to be acting throughout the building to solve this mystery.
Yeah, we turned it over while you were all in that.
I think you wound up doing
Yeah,
it by
I did,
yourself,
I did, but
unfortunately. Yeah.
I won't be here.
No, I know.
I can do that, yeah.
That's-
I'm coming and I'm happy to help.
Well, yeah,
yes, me too, yeah, yeah,
oh,
so-
thank you. He
Okay,
just,
no, I love that, yeah.
he just was saying that just because, of the transition from dinner to desserts and, so if anybody is interested, I can reach out to him on your behalf or he's,
Just tell them that a bunch of us will be there and they'll help.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be great. So it's at 7 o'clock on November 1st, which is a Saturday. So depending on how you wish to help, if you wish to help setting up beforehand, you could
Yeah.
come.
What time does it need?
Well, he seems to be most worried about the middle part, which would be after
Mhm.
dinner. So what would that be, like 7?
Does he have someone setting up? 'Cause-
Well, I'll be here all day, so I told him I can help set up the dinner. It's just the breaking down. I'll be doing the murder part, so.
Don't tell anybody, you're giving away the clues.
So I tried to find some staff to help, but I haven't had any luck, so I'm just, letting people know if anyone is available. Okay, so Michael, if you're listening, we have a very nice group that have offered to help. So you'll not be alone.
Or why doesn't he just send an email to all of us?
Telling us
All
what?
the trustees and say what tells what he needs us to do.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
sign us a.
Then people can specifically
Yeah.
commit themselves.
And maybe if people want small chunks of their whole evening, he could just say, I need 5 to 7 or I need 8 to 10 or like whatever.
Have people been paying online for the picture?
They can pay online or they can leave a check here and then we email him and he picks it up.
Do you have any sense of how many people have signed up other than anybody here?
Oh, to buy tickets,
Right.
he just said, no, he didn't say who. He just said that, their sales have been steady and there are some seats left. We already have a good number sold. So, but what
Right.
did happen last year was on the day of the event, a lot of people started buying tickets.
People know what they're going to do that day.
And he had to cut them off because he wanted to make sure he had enough food and drinks and stuff. So,
I get my ticket.
so it was an
Better
extremely,
hurry.
it was an extremely well done. Jackie was there
How many
and
people are allowed to participate?
I think he'll sell up to 50 tickets because it gets very crowded and,
Right.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
yeah, his
about the
goal was
number.
50 and he fully met that goal last year.
So,
And
so,
Yep.
so his wife's helping this.
Gail's
this
gonna
year.
help,
Oh,
yes.
so she must be setting up with him and stuff.
Right,
And I'll be here too,
I'm
so.
happy to just help with the food. I don't need to go around the mystery stuff.
We- that does.
Doesn't matter.
Murder, she wrote.
Yes, mystery now.
So, anyway, so that's all I can tell you. So thank you, Michael. We're extremely excited about everything. And Michael will also get the Halloween candy that we offered to the patrons and then the staff. And we all eat that for the next 3 weeks and gain 10 pounds. But,
And I get the pumpkins afterwards, the chickens.
right, I was saying that to Jackie that we'll get the pumpkins.
We're recycling everything.
We recycle everything around here.
So green.
So the pumpkins will go from the pumpkin event to decorating the tables for Michael's event to Terry's chickens and then to the eggs.
Then it grows more pumpkins.
She'll have orange eggs, so.
Make sure you can.
So, that's the friends up.
Okay. Great. Director's report.
Yes.
You're on it.
Does anybody have any questions?
I wasn't able to open it.
Oh,
Did
really?
anyone
You
else
should be able to
open
open it now. There was an issue with the permissions.
Permissions, yeah. It's open.
Yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah, I
It's a good thing you told me.
I didn't know I had.
Okay, thank you,
I
Terry.
understand.
Yes, I did usually, but after you gave me permission a little while.
I'm
ago,
sorry about that.
That's okay.
I don't know why that keeps happening.
Some of it, I think, well, because this used to happen regularly, but it wasn't in the folder. And all I had to do was change the address because it had my regular Gmail, not my Putnam Valley Library Gmail. So
Right.
as it changed to that,
In this
Right.
case, the
Yeah.
permissions wasn't there though. In this case,
but I
permissions
couldn't
weren't
get,
set.
yeah, I couldn't get,
Today you sent it from your personal email interest and you sent me a request.
I didn't though. I was
Really?
on the Putnam Valley Library page. That's the problem. is Somehow the default from my Gmail is the other account.
Right, right.
just
You had to
figure-
change it each time.
But it
Because
was,
mine will go to my default too, and I
Right.
had to click on my J and make it a different J.
I think that was true, like I clicked on it on the website.
Why are you whispering?
She's got a sore throat.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear you if you're whispering.
Don't be shy.
No.
Jennifer's.
No, yeah, I mean, I had a problem clicking on it, but I went through the website and I had the same issue, so I don't know.
Yeah, there were permissions on that particular document that. Anyway,
So I'm sorry if people didn't get to read it. I can.
well, I guess probably the lesson to us is don't wait till Monday to try to read.
right, and
Well,
I sent it on Wednesday last week, so let me know, but
Yeah, that's
My mind's like,
They did it, so realized if you'd read the minutes, you would have realized that it was primarily AI. with
yes,
Some editing on my part, once I found out who had
emotions
motions and it was not signed by me. Because I would not sign.
were
it.
signed by AI.
Yeah.
okay, that's a whole other issue.
anyway,
So anyways, yeah, so you can always ask for, if there's a problem, you can always click on it and then I'll get a notification and I'm always here all day on Monday for the meeting. So I'll immediately let you in if there's an issue. So I'm sorry that people didn't get to read it.
I ultimately did get to read it. It's nice. So many things are going on. It's wonderful.
There's a lot.
And
going
I
on.
love this.
Yes, isn't this really nice?
It's really nice.
Yeah. This,
This
this,
room.
the shelves are now be to our left or right, depending on.
Oh, I
what
see
you're
them
saying.
looming up.
Yes, they were relocated.
Waiting
So,
to be
waiting to be
populated.
filled with good books. So,
No, There's a
That
lot.
would help keep it space for the recent books, because it's more in the open than around.
New home, and that's, is that?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we just don't know yet. Like,
Yes.
Play around with it.
Anything else on her report?
Where's that coffee? Wait. I'm just.
you know, smell the coffee.
It's coming.
There's a coffee in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe's.
yes,
whatever.
coming.
next year,
Joe's-
next
Look
year.
at there.
Joe's Cup of Joe's.
Where-
Papa
Joe.
Cup of Joe.
All right.
Perfect. You can't say cup of Amina, so you gotta say Papa Joe.
Treasurer's report.
Yep, so reserve fund information on the Ameriprise One account, oh, this is the same guy. So quick, the Ameriprise One account is,
Here, come on, that.
that's my granddaughter. Our cash flow reserve fund has about $60,000 in it. And our capital reserve fund has 120,000. Our yield to date in the Ameriprise One is quite good. It's 8.27. And for 1 year, it's 6.98. Our managed account funds, which is the contingency reserve fund, is $84,000. And that one, I get those backwards. Our 3% or 2.28. Our employee benefit accrued liability reserve fund is about $29,000. Our income is as expected for most things. Over budget was donations, and we are about $3,890 over budget for this month, and the total income is 17,000, which is about that donation over budget. And as I always say, the income is higher than expected due to grants and donations. So as far as expenses goes, everything is on budget except for contract services, which is over budget in that because we don't pay that every month, but we budget for it every month. So when we actually pay it, it's over budget, but it's not really. So that's $2,700 over budget because we had to pay. Under budget is materials and services. We're about $1,000 under budget. We paid about $500 for books, like hard books. That's 30%, and we paid for ebooks 70% more. 70% of the total we paid for books, which is $1,000. I always think it's interesting to do books versus ebooks, because when we went to a meeting the other day, they were saying how much these ebooks cost. And people don't understand that. and we
Mhm.
have to keep paying for them over and over again. So, equipment and tech is about $1,000 under budget. Buildings and grounds is 1.6, well, thousand under budget. But that will soon be eaten up by trees. So
Gotta
total
watch those.
expenses are about $40,000 for the month, and that's about $2,000 under budget.
They're planning something.
And
that's
things
it.
are under over budget, not because we didn't budget correctly, but because things come where they're
I know.
paid for only certain months, so that's all I got.
It's all about seasonality.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Do you have any idea why there were extra donations?
Can we use those for the trees?
In the last few days, we've gotten some donations.
You can just use it for what you need. I don't know, it was just in there as donations, I don't know what the donations
Depends if they're
were.
earmarked or not,
And if they're not earmarked, it would help us with the tree problem.
or anything else.
Yeah. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But that,
Uh,
yeah, I was kind of surprised that there was that, but I assume it was correct, so.
I'm kind of thinking it was the grant for the dance.
Oh, could been.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
From the.
Like
Yeah.
March 10th.
At least doing the tree dance.
I'm waiting to see the forest for the trees.
Yes, that's what it is.
Are they generous generally?
I think so, we haven't done much with them, but this time they really, gave us a nice boost. A lot of kids are coming to the program, the adults kind of petered out, the middle school kind of petered out, the kids are still coming.
Typical.
Mm.
I don't mean that in a negative way, just typical. Any other questions on treasury report? Committee reports, executive finance. We had a meeting just before this, just kind of prep for this meeting. The meeting that we had for last meeting was just about the last meeting, so there's nothing really new to add there. Facilities. Is there anything to?
No.
Yeah, okay. Long range planning. We can talk about that a little bit as we get to part of our board discussion. So that'll be addressed there. Development, we need to do some work there and get that really kicked off. It's got to be our new generation of the future of the library. It's got to be in our fundraising and development. So that's got to be a major focus in working as a library, and then also working in collaboration with friends to kind of really build up our own infrastructure as far as fundraising is concerned, because we're not going to be able to rest on taxpayer funds to get kind of the library we really want, because we won't be able to get the increases we really need to do the things we really want.
Who's on that committee?
It is myself, it is Gabrielle, it is,
Me.
I think I am as well.
so we have to get some action on that. Landscaping. Anything new other than what we'll talk about with trees after that?
Nothing new aside from trees.
Funny, the boxes still look great.
Well, it's been such a warm fall.
You really have not. And a lot of perennials just come back next year and you don't have to do anything with them. They'll be seed, so. The only thing that looks like it has attention is where the irises grow. I was thinking I'd put some bulbs in next year. We were gonna put some bulbs in too, so. And I still have a month to do that, so.
Getting traction on rocks? I've seen on
Oh, yeah, I
Facebook getting
saw-
traction
I
on
saw your
rocks.
cap rock.
People have liked the discussion about rock.
Like no Rocky.
And people from all sides of,
Rock World.
of Putnam Valley World have been interested in the endeavor. I haven't gotten any, so I go into the woods and drag them out.
So I go outside, I hear this clinking sound far away, and I don't see that well, so I'm like looking, then I look, I'm like, oh, it must be Jody in the woods, and she's like moving rocks, so.
Being
Just,
thrown down the hill,
like
right?
that.
Like that, but
Waving them down the hill, making sure there's no cars.
Well, I will be home all day. If you wanna come over and look at my rock.
you wanna look in her rock pile?
Cause I got all this construction and there's like rocks everywhere.
This could be a match made in heaven.
You have my phone number,
Are you
right?
free tomorrow?
Do you know where I live? I can-
No.
Just,
Um,
I think
I'll
that
give-
covers.
So, free every so.
How's 12:30? I'm bringing my parents just to donut tomorrow night, so I'm like,
That's a long try.
I-
You'll be back by 12:30.
I'll be home all day Thursday as well. I
the
homeschool.
donut.
You'll
She
be in
homeschools her dog.
You'll be. in
I'll be
Sedona?
gone till
I-
next Wednesday.
Oh, then do it next week then.
Because
Okay,
you're not gonna pick up tomorrow and then go to Sedona.
Yeah, that's silly.
well, I would just get it, scope everything.
You could just take pictures or a video of it, send it to you to save you a trip. And
That's
then you can
true.
come back.
And then AI could
Technology.
compile the number of rocks.
And
per
see
square
how
feet,
big of a
so you
truck
know
you
if it's
need.
worth to dig or not.
And I could. mark them down.
Yeah, you could have AI just dig them.
I am enrolled.
Choose the routes. Send it.
I am enrolled in an introduction to dry stone wall making. It's called walling,
Hmm.
and and I'm going to be called a waller.
Wow.
Oh, the Waller.
That's
And when is this
plans for
class?
Wally.
The 8th of November. in Vermont.
Saturday.
Fantastic, Van Mount Lions. Got it.
Yes,
Well-
we remake the walls that have fallen down.
Oh,
It'll
that's
be
very
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you haven't had a chance to check out Jody's beautiful stone creations in the daylight, you should.
Coming along.
They're very nice.
Okie dokie. So board discussion, just to get through some of the items that are going to be in our resolutions. You received and read thoroughly everything that I sent to you about the bylaws change. Article 6, it's a small change because we changed when our annual meeting is from October to December. The language in the bylaws said that we would elect officers from the meeting after the annual meeting. And now that becomes December, so you would not have officers technically in place in time for the January meeting. So rather than it being the meeting after the annual meeting, it's at the annual meeting that we will select our officers,
After the vote, after the election.
if there is a vote, yes.
Mm.
And the only other thing that's in addition to that was the changing of the term limits for the presidency to be from 2 years to 3 years. Somebody's willing to do it for 3 years. We don't need to look for exceptions. So we just extended that by a year, but it's still open for a vote. Anyway, those are the only two things that are part of that change, the articles. Community conversations update. We've had last week we had 2 Wednesday and Thursday evenings, total of about 10 people or so over those 2. Very interesting conversations. We're seeing trends, but we're seeing some unique perspectives. We've recorded all of those sessions, and they are in the long range planning document that has recorded all those. And the summaries are all there. So the long range planning committee has access to all those recordings and all the data for that. That'll get shared as we finish them up. We were supposed to meet with Matt Slater today. He had to have a scheduling change. So we're going to figure out when that will be. We have 2 more next week. Next Wednesday night at 7, next Thursday night at 7. The one that we're hoping the most general public will come to will be Thursday night at 7. So if you're watching, the people who are not watching, I guess, we invite you out on Thursday evening to join us for what we think is our final community conversation about the future of the library in our town. There'll be more social media and emails going out to promote that more. There was a letter to the editor that went out. I saw it was in a couple of the papers out there as well. I didn't see our press release show up anywhere, but my letter to the editor did show up in at least 1 or 3 different papers.
What is it called, Courier?
Yeah. It was in the Mapac side, it was in this side, and then it was in some other bigger publication. So that's that piece. Chief bats. Well, the bats are essentially, the only issue is November. Once we get November, we don't worry about the bats anymore. Apparently they go away.
Apparently, they won't be batty anymore.
I go to Florida.
Yes.
I thought they went to the Hudson and Cape. They're not snowbirds, they're that.
So you'll see on the agenda, that was added to the agenda that we deal with the contract, the proposal for the tree situation. So you'll see that.
And the tree situation we're talking about here, cutting down trees.
Yes, tree work.
Because the tree that's down already, we don't worry about that.
Right. It's only the live trees that we worry about.
Yeah, they don't want to be in a dead
Yeah.
tree, I guess. Upward mobility, not sideways
Right.
mobility.
I just wanted to, because that's the other thing that we saw, what we're gonna do with that.
So are we gonna take that tree out when they come to do, or at least cut it out when they come to do the tree work?
Well, it depends on how much we want to spend.
Right, so the contract,
It's gonna sit there? That-
no, so the contract is that they will be cut up and put further back into the woods so
Okay,
they do not come back.
It's just that look. I think,
No,
where-
they're not, it's just not, from what the proposals were put through, which is in the folder. They are, going to not remove the big things, probably remove the smaller pieces and shred those. But the big things will be cut and left. We're looking at the griffins,
Okay, because Busy
Contrast.
Bee said that they would part everything
yeah, which
away.
I don't believe for a second, only because they're saying they would use a crane. And I can't imagine the crane, but the crane that they would have to use to go from the parking lot to up the
Yeah.
hill, it would close the library for the entire day because of the size of that crane. And it had to go over the building. So they were more expensive and they're actually doing less trees than what the Griffin's proposal was. So our next steps would be to get Griffins back in here, to X those trees. If you want to be part of that process and kind of who's control some of that, that might be helpful whenever we can schedule them to come back to kind of mark trees. And if we have to do more trees than what they're suggesting, or then we can take it from there. But
Okay.
the proposal that we've got on the agenda today is the Griffin's proposal, which actually I think has more trees and more clearing than the Busy Bee does. And it's cheaper by $2,000.
Yes.
And I think that's the crane cost, at least.
That was what I thought.
Yes, so we're gonna have some questions for them.
Yes.
And when we talk, I guess when they come, would you, my question is, do you want to ask them some of these major questions before they come and we mark so that we have a sense of how much we're talking about? Or just wait till they come and then say, hey, there are 14 hemlocks on the ridge, and why are you saying just cut the branches off? Why aren't we cutting them?
Well, so it'd be great, then you could compile the list of questions and then we can send them as part of our conversation with them, and then they can come and we can decide.
Okay,
Because
Maybe
it's gotta be
Susan.
Richard's we gotta mark them so Richard can come and say if we can do them or not.
That might be part of the thing.
Right,
They're not allowed to come.
there might be some they might not be able.
they're really so so close. I can't see him having a problem with it. A third of them are dead. So we're talking about a lot of them that are 6 to 12 inches. We're not talking about major trees yet. Next year we'll have to revisit the ones that are further back on the
Their name, certain trees of a certain kind and size have a name, like, forget what it is, but you cannot cut them down without permission. They're like, the idea of being part of history and being there for a long time, and legacy trees, thank you.
Well,
and that, I mean, I don't know
Public
about that.
property, you mean?
On
Any
public
property. I don't know about that big thing in our parking lot, if it could possibly be a legacy tree or not, but.
Even in your own yard.
you're not allowed to put them-
Up the hill is, speaking of property, it's our property.
very far up.
Okay, so when we're
We
talking about,
own a giant triangle going
Yeah,
back.
we looked at that.
Yeah,
that seems
a lot.
important, because if we're saying we have cut those trees down, they better be.
yeah.
So if you want to compile that list,
Okay,
then we can add that with the conversation that we have with Griffin.
okay. Maybe let's both email. Me, you write this or I write this and we'll CC each other, whoever gets in touch with them.
Community and construction plans, as far as where we're at now, we were supposed to get or see, I guess, final blueprint or whatever the quote final blueprints are. We did have an architect come in. They did come in and they did all the measuring. We did have a visit with the architect. We went over some things, and then we were supposed to get blueprints, and then I guess then it's going out to the town and all that stuff. So that's kind of where that's at right now. It's all
Waiting on the town.
the architect, then the town.
Who's the architect again?
ARQ Architects.
That's for discussion. And that brings us to lovely, lovely new business. So go quickly. Now that Leslie's back, we can start. She's the first on the items. Can I get a resolution to accept the treasurer's report, warrants, financial transaction, reconciliation detail?
I move. We accept it.
A second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Number 2, or B, I guess. Resolution to accept the director's report and include it in the official minutes, meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Great. Number C. Getting a resolution to update and adopt bylaws, section 6, officers.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. D, resolution. Can I get a resolution to authorize a transfer of $50,000 from the cash flow reserve 3510 to the general fund 1010? Gotta say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's so resolved.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? This is just our monthly transfer because we put our cash flow there. All in favor?
Aye.
E. And a resolution to authorize the director to sign an agreement with Griffin's Landscaping for tree work as per proposal dated August 14th, 2025, not to exceed $8,400.
I'll move.
I second.
Oops.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Excellent. Thank you. Old business review, visit updates. Driveway, just to give an update on the driveway, which is lovely. We did have a generous donor that was willing to pay for some part of the driveway. It did come with some restrictions that we had to match some funds to make it happen, and we couldn't afford it this time. So we're looking like we're punting till next year, and the offer looks like it will still stand. So that's kind of where we're at right now on the driveway.
That's wonderful.
So they didn't want it patched. Is that?
They wanted patch, but they wanted a ceiling of the area, but the ceiling cost us
Right.
too much for the larger portion. So we were not able to do it at the time.
So they were gonna pay for the patch, but we had to pay for the seal.
Yeah, it was like we had a match.
Fair enough, but we just don't
Yeah,
have the
we just
money.
don't have the money
Yeah,
to do it,
I explained. that.
especially when you have a
Yeah.
tree piece of do.
Right.
Essentially, it's a tree amount. Or
Yeah,
thereabouts.
the tree amount.
They were very understanding.
So, this is a friend, and we want to keep her a friend. It's great. That's all I have for old business review. Any public comment in person or via email prior to the meeting, on any comment in any subject? No? Okay.
Put you on the spot.
Wake me up.
Okay. All right, that being said, board member on any comment, any subject, board member comment, or future board meeting topic. Can there be a record? Definitely be a record. Could I get a motion for an adjournment? Our next meeting is November 17th, 2025 at 7 p.m.
I so move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all you
Seven,
folks.
this is a record time.
35 minutes. Yeah.
Put our people to sleep. Just made us efficient. But it's actually because these are